Colleen Wilcox once wrote, "Teaching is the greatest act of optimism." For decades, Cathy Schroeder and Deanna Shanahan displayed that optimism as they prepared generations of students for the real world. Today, we'll look back on their careers and also learn what they've been doing with their golden years. This video is sponsored by Maggie J's, where fresh and flavor come together. Boning Brothers Construction, offering excavation, demolition, and septic services big and small. Bash CRT Insurance, with offices located in Amboy and rural Mapleton, is your full-service insurance provider. They specialize in crop and farm property insurance, while also providing coverage for any personal or commercial exposure you might need assistance with. Whether you are shopping your current rates or looking for coverage on a new opportunity, give Jeff, Derek, or Nathan a call today for professional and prompt service for all your insurance needs.
I wanted to be a teacher since I saw that school bus. I cried when the bus left and I couldn't go on it. My mom was a teacher. My grandma was a teacher. All I ever wanted to be was a teacher. My first grade teacher was a teacher. I wanted to be her.
Kathy, do you share this a similar experience?
Very similar, but I always have enjoyed kids, and I loved reading, and I loved school. I loved going to school, and when we were young, we always played school, and my dad was an English teacher, and my mom was a piano teacher, and before she knew my dad, she taught Spanish at St. I taught for a year at Wyckoff, Minnesota, very small town in southeastern Minnesota, after I graduated from Winona State University. And because of the small class sizes, they combined elementary classes, and I was the low man on the totem pole. And so I came back, I went back home, and I started searching for jobs, and this one was open in Mapleton. And at the time, it was just Mapleton.
I started teaching in my hometown, Franklin, Minnesota. Do you?
Yes,
Right
on the river.
On the river, on the Minnesota River. Where we grew up in the valley, but that's it. My mother had died, and my dad was living alone. And the superintendent offered me a teaching job. I had just graduated from Mankato State. And I said no, and my dad said yes. You can only imagine. I taught a combination grade of first and second, and I quit in the middle of the year. My dad and I didn't leave. I decided I wasn't going to do this again. So I got a job. I applied for jobs, and I got a job in Chatfield, and I taught there for 16 years.
Really?
And then I met John Shanahan, the farmer, and the farmer wasn't going to move. So I moved here in 1994, and I got a job here teaching second.
I was very happy when Deanna was hired because we just clicked. We're the same age. We graduated the same year. We both loved first graders, even though she was in second grade. That was the opening.
So did she pull rank on you then to keep
All
her?
the time. She was always bossing me.
Yeah.
Because she had a bit of seniority, even though you're the same age.
All the senior.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're the
wow.
same.
Okay.
Well, and then let's see. We got to be good friends before you even started teaching first grade.
We started walking together.
Yes, we were walking together. Oops, I got to put
We
my
walked after school,
Okay.
and then we had a few beverages.
Yeah, that only on
I'm
Fridays.
sure first graders would do that to you.
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
Yeah.
Only on Fridays, so everything you walked off, we
Mhm.
returned. It was fun.
Yes.
You don't have to put that in.
Yeah, I would put that
Anyway,
in.
we walked and walked and walked all over town because we both like to walk.
Yeah.
And then I got displaced and replaced and had a few jumps around the road. And then Marilyn McThiessen got moved to the library, and that's when I got to teach first grade.
So what was that like as a veteran teacher being low on the totem pole?
Well, you had to adapt to Maple River. That was very difficult because I tend not to keep my opinion to myself. It was very difficult.
You were used to Chatfield.
I was real used to Chatfield.
Gotcha.
And I felt very out of place because in Chatfield you wore heels and dresses.
Oh, okay.
And and I came the first day and I had a dress on. I did. I felt very out of place. But the teachers were very nice to me and they took me in.
And I walked into that classroom, boxes up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Ron would have to come and help me get those boxes down so I could start unpacking. That was the hardest part, getting things unpacked and put away and getting your room set up. But otherwise, it was wonderful. I love the people over there. I love the students.
Minnesota Lake was a nice place to teach.
Yes.
So there's one thing consistent in education is change, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
But generally, teachers are very welcoming and helpful. Mm-hmm. It tends to go with their personalities.
Now, how many years did you teach in Minnesota Lake then before retirement? I don't remember exactly when you retired. Did you retire about the same time? 2008.
You resigned a year.
2015.
And I quit in 2016.
I couldn't. Physically, I couldn't do it anymore.
No.
High energy? Is that?
Yeah.
I was so tired. I would come home and fall asleep.
Or I'm thinking my knees and my back, from bending over the little
bend
kids.
over and you try to teach.
Or I would get down on my knees, and after a while, I thought, this isn't working on my knees anymore. I'd bring a gardening pad along and put it down on the knees, but I could work with the kids.
We were so. I don't know what it was, but we thought we had to be down on their level.
But it worked that way to be at their level.
It really did work that way, but now I would have them come to me.
Sure.
I have a few, but I don't. Can I use some swear words?
I can.
Can you edit it? Can you edit it out? Okay. Can I use a child's name? Should I not?
Well, as long as you don't go like last name, I'm sure we'll be anonymous.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, this was my first year teaching here in Mapleton in kindergarten. I was in kindergarten, and there was I had like 3 sets of twins that year, and one set of twins were country kids, and a little boy and a little girl, and little Dean, the boy, was so quiet and so shy, and we'd have show and tell every day, sharing, and he would never get up. And finally, one day, he raised his hand. And he got up for sharing, and I said, Dean, come on up. And he stood in front of the kids. He goes, last night, one of our calves died. I said, oh, Dean, I'm so sorry. I said, I wish I could do something for you. Yeah, my dad came in and kicked it and said, get this thing out of here. It's a mess. And I just sit there and I go, oh, I'm so sorry, Dean. And pretty soon the hands start going up. And they go, Miss Becker, Dean swore. And I go, well, Dean, those are words we don't use here in school. But I said, boys and girls, he was just explaining how upset his dad was. He was sad.
So
what
did
did
we get it right up? Did he get detention, this Dean character?
No, I felt badly for him. And I just said to the kids, he didn't mean to be naughty saying it. He was just repeating what his dad said. Isn't that right, Dean? He goes,
that was very reasonable of you. It was reasonable, very reasonable. How about you? Do you have any like humorous moments or just things that stick out for?
My favorite one was the little girl who wanted to go home. Every day she wanted to go home. She was in kindergarten. And one day she brought me a note, and she had written in cursive, and her cursive was like this. And I said, Brenda, what does this say? Oh, it's from my mom. And I said, what does it say? And she said, it says Brenda should go home. And I said, and what time should she go home? And she looks at the clock and she says, what time is it? And I said, it's 11:30. It says Brenda should go home at 11:30.
Cute.
That's very specific. Yes.
I have another one that relates to teachers really well. We were walking to lunch. We were in the school here in Mapleton. We were walking to lunch, and always those kids in the front rows of the lines would hold my hands. And a little boy was talking to me. He said, "Do you get paid to teach us?" I go, "Yes, I do." "Well, that's not fair. We do all the work and you get the money."
Going to San Antonio
Yeah.
with the first grade team to the first grade teachers conference was a moment.
Oh, was it?
That
Now,
was
what year did you do
wonderful.
that?
I don't know. I
Do you
wish you would
remember?
have put
Yes,
that in
I
there.
don't
Brenda
know.
Stoltzman made us this.
We were
book,
all still teaching first grade at that
and
time.
we got little first grade teaching bags.
Yes.
How
Yes.
funny was this?
It was a wonderful trip, and we got a lot of
Too much fun.
information
Oh yeah,
that we
learned
brought
so
back.
much.
And
And
it's
Brenda,
like,
We've been doing it wrong all this time.
yeah, and Brenda, it doesn't say what year.
oh,
Well, too bad.
yeah.
Anyway.
Now, is that the same Brenda from your earlier story?
No.
No. This is
That would have been ironic.
That Brenda wanted to
Different
go home
Brenda.
too.
Okay.
I did not want to turn 50.
Oh.
And
We
I,
got it.
I'm well past
exactly.
that.
I would be happy to turn 50 again.
Yes.
Anyway, so I was kind of sad coming into school. I had no idea that my colleagues had made a 50th birthday cake and party for me. Because I was so afraid I was getting so old, they had a wheelchair for me, and Cathy is wheeling me down the hallway to my birthday cake. And they had crowned me queen for a day. Do you remember that show? It was a long time ago.
He's
in the
too
50s.
young for
Yes.
it.
In the 50s, they had, and you are queen for a day, and you get anything you want. And it was very fun and very sweet. And so that's a nice colleague moment.
Okay. How about you, Cathy? Any colleague moments that you can think of through the years?
What I just think about is how wonderful it was we had each other. There are so many times where you could just talk to someone or sympathize with others. And I just loved the camaraderie or whatever, that
Where's
getting along together.
out in the hall? You show it.
I'll put it up on the screen. You can,
Okay.
you can set it up.
Out in the hall after school. Sometimes you just need to debrief.
Yeah.
And that's the people you debriefed with. You went out in the hall, and sometimes you just had to say something. Nobody at home would understand.
Right.
Well, that's why we're filming this today.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was so nervous. I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to control the students or that I wouldn't teach them anything. So I was pretty scared when I started my first day, my first year, and I stuck to those manuals. I used those manuals and stuck to them. And then I remember when I had kindergarten over in Wyckoff, and the little kids start walking, and I thought, oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. How could I be afraid and nervous of this? But anyway, I did stick with the manuals pretty closely. And then as you get more and more experience, you start learning how you can supplement in other ideas and other things we've learned. And that experience really speaks a lot, I think. But your body just kind of wears out.
What was your experience then? Any changes that you noticed during your teaching
Yes.
career?
When I started teaching, everything was phonics. The short vowels, long vowels, sound out every word. Then came whole language. Then came the language educational approach. And then it went back to phonics. And then it went back to whole language. And now I'm seeing we're going back to Barton, which is phonics.
Okay.
So about every 12 years, it's just goes circles around,
Yes.
circle around, circle around.
Now, did you have any preferences having done all of the above?
After doing all of the above, I think a combination works well.
Yes. Because when I started here in Mapleton, it was just the basal reading series. It wasn't sight words and just reading and learning vocabulary, tons of vocabulary words with a story, and then a lot of worksheets where I wished I would have had the phonics. And once you came and showed me the companion reading,
how to teach phonics,
that really helped a lot. It really made sense. And not everybody learns with phonics, but most of the kids will get it.
And my brothers had sight reading. My brothers' ages were they were born from 1945 to 1960, and they had sight reading. The first 4 had sight reading, and the last 3 had phonics. And all the older brothers said that the last 3 in our family could read better than they could, because yes, because we could sound out a word. Any word we saw, we could figure it out,
as opposed to just recognizing
yes.
it. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Exposure versus
Yes,
yeah.
and it wasn't that they weren't smart. It was how they. We used to call it how they attacked the word.
Yes,
Sure.
attack,
Sure.
word attack skills.
Remember that
yes.
word?
Word attack skills.
How do you word attack? And I
Yeah.
thought, word for a little kid.
but it's true.
All right, now.
Oh, the first fall I got called 10 days into my retirement by Dan Anderson, and he said, "I have a problem. Will you come and sub for somebody?"
Oh no.
And I said, "Of course I will." And so I did.
So you didn't go cold turkey at
No,
all? Oh, okay.
no, I was on a vacation.
Okay.
And he said, "Please, please, please." He said, "It's a first grade teacher." And I said, "Okay."
Okay.
And fool that I am, my brother took me down to Mapleton, and I showed up the next day because that's what teachers do.
There you go.
And then I subbed a lot for women who had babies.
Okay.
Best
So
deal.
long-term sub, so you got to know the kids.
So I didn't really quit till COVID.
Okay.
And that was a real nice transition.
Okay. Okay. And did you go cold turkey, or did you?
I
do
did.
something
I did. And
Oh,
when
we had
that
2 different
August,
experiences.
yes, when that August rolled around, I kept thinking, I've got to get into that classroom. I've got to get things organized and be ready for those kids. And I'd have dreams about it, that I was not organized and ready for those kids. Then I kept thinking, when I'm shopping in Mankato, I'm looking at things, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I should be picking up materials that we use in the classroom, things for our art projects, things for the kids, gifts. And I think, no, I don't have to do that anymore. But gradually I got so that I.
Now, what did you do with your time? Now, we know you
Oh.
were filling it up with subbing, but like, how did you?
I did a little bit of subbing, not a lot.
Okay.
And I had certain teachers that would just call
Okay.
me and let me know they needed me for subbing. But otherwise, it was so wonderful to be done and have time to read. My mother was in the nursing home and in Blooming Prairie, so I spent a lot of time going to her when they needed me there for the care conferences, and I worked out at Anytime Fitness and just enjoyed myself.
How about you? Did you come up with any sort of like new ways to fill your time, or?
I had the best time of my life. I slept till 9 o'clock.
Which for an elementary teacher, that's several hours oversleeping.
It's great.
Yes, yes.
Then I had coffee from 9 to 11 with my husband.
That's a lot of caffeine.
That is.
Oh, I drink slowly.
Okay, so
And there was breakfast.
Just
And there was breakfast involved.
okay.
And then I might do something, or I might not.
Yeah.
I may have gone to the wellness center, or I may have had a walk or something in there. It's just so nice not to have to be anywhere at any time.
That's great.
Yes,
Isn't it? And now I have a sick relative that I take care of too, and that usually happens to us at our age.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's just so relaxing not to have to. I don't have to be anywhere except here at 3:30.
Oh, okay.
Mine is just that it's going way too fast. Wait, the years have just sped by.
Remember how we said we were going to clean our closets?
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
I'm still waiting to retire.
They're
so
more
I can clean
messy.
my closet.
But I have gotten a lot of books read.
You might want to read the fine print on that. Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I'll have so much time, and my basement's going to be so clean." Oh boy.
I don't think I made any promises like that.
I do that though. Cathy is more of a realist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of dream big and nothing happens.
No. How about highlights? I've heard something about a trip. So
Oh, yes.
highlights during retirement. So
Yes.
We've had a little fun.
We've had some fun.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. Last November, we went on a pilgrimage with Father Tim Buren and people from his various parishes to Rome or to Italy.
So you were traveling buddies.
Yeah,
so after teaching for so long,
yes.
how was it different being a traveling companion with the two of you?
Well, it's a lot like when you were teaching.
Uh-huh.
Kathy kind of keeps me on the straight. I have a tendency. I have ADD that was undiagnosed,
Okay.
and I have a tendency to veer off in the wrong direction. And I need people like Cathy and my husband because they keep me on the straight and narrow. Because Ronnie and I are a lot alike, and it's not good.
So you're used to steering
She's
people.
used to,
Okay.
Well, she's used to helping me out. That's what I like.
And you help me out too.
Yeah, we kind
help
of compliment each other.
Yes.
because she's easy for me to travel with because she's so organized.
Oh, okay.
And I am not.
I wish you told where to show up.
I do. And I wish I was.
Now, any highlights from the Rome trip then? Any
gondola ride.
The gondola ride.
With those strong gondola rowers.
And then we had singers.
One
Yeah.
one oar.
That was beautiful in Venice.
Wow.
But I loved seeing the Pope. I loved him and being just how far away from us.
Didn't I send you a Pope picture?
I'm putting it up right now.
Oh, okay. Good.
As we speak.
I love
now,
seeing
tell me about
him.
the Pope picture then.
We were in the second row.
Oh, really?
And I'm tall, so I got on top of these. I got above these little guys, and then I got up and I put my thing up and waved right at.
Oh, wow.
So I got that good.
Oh, you got a good one where he's looking at you.
I sent it to Jason.
I couldn't because they kept standing up on the chairs right in front of me.
Oh, okay.
So,
And that was.
I got his back.
When did he die? In February?
I'm thinking, shortly after that,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't. He was pretty.
You could tell.
Yeah, he didn't
was
feel good.
He was puffy in the face.
But it was very nice to see him, and it was so. That St. Peter's
beautiful
Basilica. Have you been there?
I've been on the other side of the river.
Oh my gosh,
beautiful!
It's awesome. You can't even explain it. It's so beautiful.
Now, the two of you also traveled with your husbands, and I've heard there's a connection between the husbands.
Yes, there is. Back in the olden days, Ronnie and John grew up by each other, about 2.5 miles away. And Ronnie was looking for a girlfriend because Ronnie was bothering me in the morning. When I moved here, Ronnie and I would always go visit. John and I would visit Ronnie because he's kind of fun. And we'd go over and visit him on our dates. And then when I moved here, he'd come and visit me on Saturday morning. And I said my house was not open for coffee on Saturday morning. And I told him he needed a girlfriend. And, see, I'm real shy.
Yeah.
And he says, well, find somebody for me.
Oh my!
So I know that's all true.
Okay,
that sounds like him,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
He says, "Well, you find somebody for me." So I said, "Well, I got a girlfriend that I walk with."
There you go.
Mine was listen to the older teachers, and they have so much advice. And I remember going to the first grade teacher across the hall, Mrs. Whitehead at the time. Oh, she was so helpful, and all the teachers down the hall were. And they have so much knowledge and so much experience, and I think people forget that they really are helpful to others.
I have a grandson who's teaching 3rd grade in Sioux Falls.
Mm-hmm.
I told him I'd help him set up this room. Everything I brought in, he'd say, "That's a good idea." That's where'd you learn that? That's a really good idea.
So a functional room is very important.
A functional room is very important, and you don't know what you don't know. And that is a real issue. So what Cathy said is right. Go across the hall and just snoop. And Drew said, that's not nice. And I said, that's what you have to do to learn. And he said, I can't do that. And I said, yes, you can. Watch us. And we went over to visit all the third grade teachers. And I said, while I'm talking, you take a scope around the room. You see what they have up. He learned a lot. He said, oh, I'm supposed to put that up for social studies, that up for science, that up for math. I said, isn't it interesting? Just one little hello. I think people miss that eye-to-eye contact. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's
Now-
here.
Now we got to
Are you listening
edit.
in, Rod?
Rod, don't knock anything.
Now we got to edit this.